Silence is the loudest thing on the red carpet this year. When Johnny Depp appeared at the 2026 premiere during the legendary Cannes Film Festival, something felt radically different. Not louder, not bigger, quieter. The man who once turned every red carpet into a theatrical performance now moves with an icy, deliberate calm, keeping the entire industry at arm's length. No exaggerated waves, no playful swagger, no chaotic charm. Instead, we see something far more controlled and far more mysterious. Today, we're dissecting the hidden psychological signals of a man who may have finally stopped performing, and what those signals reveal about the new era of Johnny Depp. To understand this shift, we need to go back to 2023. When Johnny Depp returned to the Cannes Film Festival that year, it felt like a resurrection moment. The cameras were relentless, and Depp responded with frantic energy, rapid waves, playful gestures, moments of theatrical exaggeration that reminded the world of his most famous creation, Jack Sparrow. It was emotional, almost desperate, a man reconnecting with an audience that had watched him disappear. But fast forward to 2026, and the difference is almost unsettling. Depp now enters the carpet slowly, measured, controlled. Instead of scanning the crowd for approval, his gaze moves past the cameras, distant, focused, almost clinical. This is no longer a performer asking the world to welcome him back. This is an artist who has already decided he no longer needs permission. And in that moment, the theatrical ghost of Captain Jack finally fades, making space for something entirely different. The auteur. Body language experts often say power is communicated through stillness, and the transformation in Depp's posture tells a very specific story. Years ago, his shoulders often slumped slightly forward, a defensive posture common in celebrities navigating intense scrutiny. His movements were quick, restless, but now the frame is symmetrical, shoulders back, spine upright, feet planted firmly as if anchoring himself to the moment. Even the pace of his movements has changed. Every gesture is slower, every step deliberate. This isn't accidental. Slowing physical movement is a psychological tactic often used by high-status individuals, because when one person moves slowly in a chaotic environment, the entire room unconsciously adjusts to their rhythm. And visually, there's another subtle shift. For decades, Depp surrounded himself with layers of accessories, rings, scarves, chains, layered textures, a beautiful chaos. But the 2026 aesthetic feels different, more streamlined. The jewelry still exists, but now it feels less like decoration and more like armor. Controlled, intentional, almost ceremonial. One of the most revealing changes appears in Depp's face. For most of his career, he relied on performative smiles, playful expressions that disarmed both audiences and reporters. But in 2026, the smiles are rare. Instead, we see something subtler. The smirk, it's brief, controlled, a signal of self-containment rather than invitation. There's also what psychologists call a brow lock. During interviews, Depp often holds his eyebrows in a neutral, steady position, creating a mask that's difficult to read. This technique limits emotional leakage. It tells observers almost nothing. And then there's the chin tilt, a small upward angle of the head when responding to questions. In body language analysis, this gesture often communicates quiet authority, not arrogance, but distance, almost as if Depp is signaling a shift in identity, away from the Hollywood celebrity machine and towards something more European, more artistic. Perhaps the most fascinating change is how Depp now uses silence. Red carpets are normally chaotic environments. Reporters shout questions, cameras flash constantly, celebrities respond quickly to maintain momentum. But Depp does something unexpected. He pauses, sometimes for several seconds before answering. That pause changes everything. Because in conversation psychology, whoever controls the silence controls the interaction. Instead of reacting to reporters, the reporters begin reacting to him. Even physical interactions reveal this shift. Earlier in his career, Depp often embraced co-stars, leaned into fans, and physically connected with the crowd. Now those gestures are limited, more formal, more distant. The result creates what psychologists call the observer effect. Because when one individual remains completely still in a chaotic space, the entire environment becomes hyper-focused on them. And suddenly, the cameras are no longer directing Depp. Depp is directing the cameras. This transformation also mirrors a larger life decision. In recent years, Johnny Depp has increasingly immersed himself in European cinema and culture, spending significant time in France and collaborating with European filmmakers. The symbolism matters. Hollywood red carpets are built on charm, on quick smiles, on accessibility. But European cinematic culture often values distance, the mysterious aura of the artist, and Depp appears to be leaning fully into that tradition. Instead of performing warmth, he performs mystery. Instead of chasing approval, he projects autonomy. What we're seeing might not simply be a stylistic change, it could be the creation of an artistic fortress, a carefully constructed public persona that protects the private individual behind it. For decades, the world knew Johnny Depp as a shape-shifting performer, a man who disappeared inside characters. But on the red carpet in 2026, the performance seems to have stopped, and in its place stands something colder, quieter, more controlled, a figure who no longer feels the need to entertain the cameras. The question now isn't whether Depp has changed, it's whether the world is ready for the version of him that no longer performs for it. Because sometimes the most powerful statement a celebrity can make is saying absolutely nothing.